gotta fight to win. Fight to win. Fight to win. I'ma say it again. You gotta fight to win. Fight to win. It ain't over till it's over. It's about to begin. I'm so dedicated.
Good Monday morning. Thank you for joining and tuning in to Endie Fiya's Monday Motivation. This is your man Causso, the My Struggle is My Strength motivational speaker. I hope that everyone enjoyed their weekend, and I hope that everyone is staying safe. I hope you guys are wearing your mask. Before we get started, I'd like to thank Endie Fiya for giving me this opportunity to speak. You guys can tune in to her show at 6:30 p.m. Eastern on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays for music, entertainment, news, and daily inspiration for everyone. That's right, guys. Go to Blog Talk Radio /Endie Fiya. That's ENDIE, and Fiya is FIYA. Check it out, guys, and tell a Causso sent you. We began our series discussing doors, and doors are synonymous with opportunities. Whenever God opens a door, no one can shut it, and when He shuts it, no one can open it. So these opportunities are God-given opportunities, and there is a timing or a shelf life attached to it. This means that, the opportunity won't last forever. So what you have to do is you have to seize it within the time span or lifetime of the opportunity. So what does this mean? This means that you have to be prepared. We also talked about doors. They don't always look like doors. They don't always show up saying, they don't always announce themselves. They don't always say that, hey, this is your biggest opportunity. So you have to always be looking for the opportunity that even may be on something that seems common, right? And another thing that we discussed is that adversity or opposition is often paired with opportunities. And every door that you see, you must decide, do you walk through it? Do you not walk through it? And the number one problem is choosing the right door, right? So we can choose the right door by having a spirit of discernment. And we discussed that there are different kinds of doors. You have physical doors that open and close with human force. There are doors that open once you get in a certain proximity, kind of like a department store. And then there are also doors that have a timing on it. Kind of like a bank vault. This type of door is indicative of the timing of the opportunity. So if you miss it, or if you procrastinate on it, or procrastinate on the timing of the opportunity, what you have to do is you have to wait until that timing comes back around full circle. Then in week 2, we said that there are doors that open if you have the correct key and if you use it. We said that our biggest problem is not being able to control our circumstances, right? However, God gives us keys to solve our biggest problems. And we said that the number one key that we can use is giving. Giving becomes more of what you do. It becomes more than what you do. It really is who you are, right? So last week we talked about seasonal doors. Seasonal doors. Everything is beautiful in its time. When your season or timing or whenever things change, you have to adapt. And this week we are subsetting our series with distractions and closed doors. And what we know about making progress, as the work goes up, so does the opposition. And the moment you start to create movement, your spiritual enemy, he starts to oppose the work that your creator has put in your mind. And I found this out to be true. if your enemy can't destroy you, he will do whatever he can to break your focus, to take your eyes off your purpose, to take your eyes off your mission, off your calling, and divert you from God's will. And what I know about you is you were created for more. You possess gifts and talents that to make a difference, right? And to leave your impact and your imprint on the world. And the moment you take a step of faith, you will see some progress. You'll see some things change. And when that starts to happen, you really got to be careful that you don't allow external success to do internal damage. Because let me tell you, it's really easy to see success, right? Then what happens is we start to think it's because of us, and we begin to feel this entitlement, and like we are entitled to a little bit more, and you have to be mindful and careful of that entitled mindset. So many times what we think or what we call an opportunity, God really calls it a distraction, an opportunity to, let's say, build your brand, or opportunity to reach more people, or even get more followers. So let me tell you that there has never been a easier time to be distracted, or to be more distracted, than today. There are so many distractions everywhere you look, to the right, to the left. They're just all around us, right? And the main distractions are our phones. And it's easy to become great at doing things that don't really matter. It's never been so easier to be passionate about wasting your time. And one of the strategic skills that you can develop in order to fulfill your life's purpose is to just develop the ability to say no, right? To say no to the things that might distract you, like being available to people. You can't always be available to everyone all of the time, because if you are available to everyone, eventually you won't have nothing to give to anyone. What happens when we make plans, or when we have our life planned out, and then suddenly the door closes, right? Like the opportunity just disappears. Kind of like how 2020 started, right? And look at us now. I think we all have been disappointed by closed doors. Maybe your door was maybe a future marriage, or maybe you planned a trip, or maybe maybe you planned a vacation, or even starting a job, and then God closes the door. Some people, they try their best to open a closed door, and when things are not working out, and so-called friends have left, it's really for a reason. Now, think about this for a second. Can you imagine trying to open a door that's locked? Like using keys that don't work, or using a screwdriver to pry it open. And let me tell you, the wrong response to open that closed door is to try to get it open. Because if you so happen to get it open, you will eventually realize the mistake you made, and you realize that the door wasn't really what you wanted. Kind of like discovering that the grass isn't greener on the other side. It's not what you really thought it was. So whenever God closes a door, there's always a reason. We must choose to respond to those closed doors appropriately. So think about this. Think about what causes these doors to be closed. Sometimes it's just pure circumstances. Maybe the relationship or the business deal didn't work out, and other times it's because of the actions of others. People intervene in your life and causes the doors to close. And sometimes, God closes doors because of our own disobedience, right? and that will disqualify us for the opportunity. And so many times we miss out on our biggest break, on our biggest opportunity, due to our own disobedience. But the real reason God closes doors. Are you ready for this? Are you ready to hear the real reason? The real reason God closes doors is to protect us. I mean, think about this. When we look at a door, or rather the opportunity, our vantage point is so limited. We can only see what's happening like right in front of us. But God sees the biggest, or the big picture. He can see what we can't see. He can see what's on the other side. So, God closes doors so that we won't make a mistake, and it's really to redirect us. It's not that he shuts all doors, but oftentimes he will direct us to a greater opportunity. So when God allows these things to happen, he's really testing our faith. He's really testing what we really believe, because he said that he causes everything to work together for my good. So my question is, do you believe that? So as we are recapping, if your enemy can't destroy you, he will try his best to distract you. He will do whatever he can to break your focus, to break your concentration, and to take your eyes off your life's mission. And whenever God closes a door, there's always a reason. Oftentimes it is to direct us or redirect us for a greater opportunity. And when these doors close, we must choose to respond appropriately. This is your man Causso. You can follow me on Instagram at ms_is_ms. And join us next week in the continuation of our door series. Right? We have a couple more things to say, a couple more things to talk about, and I hope that everyone has a phenomenal week. Please, guys, continue to wear your mask. Please continue to stay safe, and remember that saving lives starts with you.